Okay. Well, welcome to practice, friends. So let's start like this and just create the fire in your hands. And as you do this, drop your gaze to your hands. Start to soften your breath. And if you wish to close your eyes and move these hands up to your ears and just listen. Yeah. And then we'll place these hands, one on the heart, one on the belly. And just welcoming yourself home to your own presence, to your practice, and to this next bit of time that you are devoting to your own wellness. Mind, body, breath, and spirit. And as we are at the very beginning of this practice, I encourage you now to either keep your hands where they are if you like, or rest them on your thighs, palms facing up or down. And then just tune into how you're feeling. We're just going to sit quietly here as if we're starting in meditation. So maybe 10 breaths or so. And just feel, notice if your mind is talking to you. If you can soften and simply be quiet. Notice if you feel any fluttering behind the eyelids. Notice the quality of your posture. And notice the quality of your breath. Without judgment, you're just observing. Notice any tension you're holding here in the shoulders, the jaw, maybe in the back of your eyes. Okay, if your hands are resting on your thighs, whichever way they're facing, up or down, now intentionally turn them the opposite way. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale as you are. Inhale fully. And as you exhale now, bring the hands together at your heart, bow your chin to your chest. And we'll open practice and chant Om together 3 times. Anchor your sit bones, lengthen tall. Inhale, and you'll exhale this breath completely. And then inhale fully and begin. Thank you. Bowing your chin to your chest, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, so let's start with, we're going to start with the downward facing dog, and we will drop to our knees. So if you'd like to put a blanket there in place for your knees, then do that. And so no surprises, we'll go from downward dog to forward fold, and then we're going to come up to standing, at which point you might want your strap if taking your hands behind your back is too much. So you can just bring that to place. Good, very cute, but you're going to go here. Okay, and just let this be this, downward dog. You just shake out your day. So Let's be dogs. Let's take one leg up. It doesn't need to go super high, wherever you like, and just shake it. Give it a nice little shake. And then, I've never seen my dogs do this, but take your other leg up and give it a little shake. Good. Put your feet down. And let's take a little bit of cat-cow action here. So just imagine you can find your cat-cow here. Good. Nice. All right, and then fall back into your dog. Bend your knees a lot. Send the hips back. Press the hands into the floor. Lift your heart. Look forward. Take your belly in. 2 more breaths. You can wag your tail a little bit if you like. And then we'll take the knees to the floor and we'll move into child's pose. So tops of the feet to the floor, hips to your heels. Your knees can be wide or together, whatever's comfortable distance. And then with the hips on the heels, start to release your head to the floor. Support it if it needs support. Maybe put your hands underneath, maybe fist over fist. Support your forehead. Okay, so take another few breaths. And again, come back to that, what's happening right now? Does this feel great or does it feel a little tight? And then soften your breath. One more full breath in, full breath out. Okay, I'm going to come back to downward facing dog. And this time in downward dog, I'm going to lift one leg up and we'll do dog peeing pose. So we'll bend the knee, take the heel to the hip, lift the knee up, take the foot over to the other side, stretch through your legs, your arms. Good. And then switch legs, do the same thing on the opposite side. So opposite leg lifts, bend your heel to your hip, lift the knee up to the sky and take that foot over. And then anchor your hands, engage your legs, your arms. Good. And then come back, and we're coming back down into child's pose. And again, just dropping in, hips to heels, and then releasing your head or supporting your head. And notice if this child's pose feels a little better. Maybe not. That's okay too. You can notice that too. Okay, now let your breath go here. You're in your own little world. So just release your day. And if you are in a comfortable place with your head and you can keep your forehead supported on the floor of your hands and just turn your head side to side. So you're just massaging your forehead a few times. If that's comfortable and works out okay. Good. Okay, and then come to your center. Come back up onto your hands and your knees, and we'll take downward facing dog. Stretch it back. And now start to just walk your feet to the front of your mat. So take your time. Be curious. How playful can you be to get to the front of your mat? And then separate your feet apart to a comfortable distance. Keep your feet on the floor, but extend your arms as far in front of you as they're going to go. And then rock a little bit front to back. And you might even accentuate that by, as you come back, you bend your knees, take the tush back. And maybe as you come forward, you lift your head. And as you come back, you tuck your chin. So just do that a few more times. Breathing and being in your own experience. Good. And the next time you come back, walk your hands back and we're going to hang. So you might keep your hands on the floor. You might keep your knees bent, whichever one. Grab hold of opposite elbows and just hang your head. I can feel that coming. Take a few breaths here. And then release your hands back to the floor. Inhale, lift your head and your heart, look forward. And exhale and fold. And we're going to come all the way up, but let's do this like it's the end of our day. So bend your knees a lot and then roll yourself up. You can put your hands on your thighs if you like. And just keep taking yourself upwards. Let your head be the very last thing to lift. Then once you get up, exhale. So you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And we'll just take a few breaths here. You can open your hands, extend your fingers. Take your thighs back a little bit if you can. Good. Let's take one more breath. And then we're just going to take a side bend. So I know you can't see me. I'm just going to talk you through, and I think it's going to be just fine. Take your right hand to your right hip. And then inhale, reach out through the left arm. As you exhale, crescent over to the right. So you take the left arm over to the right. The hips can shift a little bit to the left. Reach. Maybe roll your left wrist around a few times. Good. Okay, and then inhale, come back up. Exhale, both arms by your sides. Take a few breaths. Like pseudo shavasana almost. Good. Okay, just tune into the left shoulder, right shoulder, tops of the shoulders, and maybe you feel a difference. Okay, so we're going to come back in the same way. So we'll reach the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, left hand to left hip. Inhale, reach out through the right side, reach up to the sky, and then crescent over to the left. Your hips can shift over to the right. Notice how crunchy this is for you. Hug your thighs towards each other, even though the legs aren't touching. Good. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, release both arms down. Just breathe here. Great. Okay, take your hands behind your back, and we're going to interlace them here. So let's see. Yeah, and if this doesn't work, you'll grab your strap. But take your hands halfway up your back. Just take them up, and then take the shoulders back. Shoulder blades come together. Take your belly in. You might even feel the weight move into your heels when you do that. Good. Maybe the heart, you can even take your ribs back. So you're pressing into your back body. Now straighten your arms, and if they don't go straight, that's fine. Bring the upper arms towards each other, like you're taking the wings back. Okay, now nice and strong through your legs. Inhale. And as you exhale, we bend forward. So you can bend your knees if you need to. Once you get down, lift the shoulders up away from the ears. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. And then you can take the arms over to one side and the other. So you're actually just rocking a little bit side to side. You might be bending one knee a lot as you crescent over. Good. Okay, come back to your center. Lift the shoulders up. See if you can take the arms a little bit more over your head. One more breath. And then release your hands all the way down to the floor. Once they touch, straighten the arms, lift your head and your heart. Exhale and fold. Okay. Walk your hands back, bend your knees. Maybe you grab opposite elbows, whatever you did before, switch it. That's it, awesome. And then hang out here, you can shift the weight back. Let your jaw go, your eyes go. I'm just gonna add a little bit of muscular effort as I push the inner thighs to the outer thighs. That's gonna widen my back. And then release your hands to the floor. Start to roll yourself up. So bend your knees a lot, roll up, hands to the thighs if that helps. All the way up. Once you get up, you exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. We'll just take a few breaths here. So you can add nice strong arms, nice strong hands, open fingers, strong legs, belly, back. Wiggle your toes if they lift up. Good. And then exhale, open the arms, and this time we come all the way back down. And then you'll walk your hands forward or your legs back, find your downward facing dog. Good. Okay, we're gonna just move the feet. So here you are, you're gonna lift both heels up, pivot both heels to the right, then put them down. Now bend your knees and push the hands down and away. Just breathe. And then switch, so you can straighten up, lift the heels, pivot the heels over to the left, then bend your knees. Kind of working the feet a little bit, and then come back up, and we're coming down onto the knees into child's pose. So however you like this child's pose, hips to heels, release yourself. Notice how this child's pose feels. Hopefully a little more or a lot more comfortable. Release yourself as much as you can. So let the jaw go, the body go. Good. Okay, we're going to come up to hands and knees. Good. Okay, so from hands and knees, I'm going to separate the knees apart, tuck my little toes under, spread the fingers, and then we're just going to take cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, and exhale and round, chin to chest, tailbone tucks. Inhale, round the shoulders, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the chin, and exhale. Okay, so just continue on with your cat-cow. Be curious. Be playful. Notice anything that's happening. Okay, you might even start to rock a little bit front to back, and you'll just find your own motion of your own ocean. Good. Okay, let's do 2 more. And good, so we'll do 1 more, and then we're going to take it to an around the world cat-cow. So we'll just all meet in cat with the back arching, chin dropping, tailbone tucking in. Now shift your ribs over to the right, drop them down, sweep them over to the left and up. Become your own human washing machine. Like you're just scrubbing and cleansing, creating space, removing, freeing this body. So let's do 1 more circling this direction. And then at some place you'll reverse the circling and continue to just sweep it all clear. How's your breath? Good. Okay. Nice. And then from here, we're going to come back to child's pose. So last child's pose, find your way in, rest in, feel your breath. Okay, we're going to stay here for about a minute. That's about 10 breaths. Melt yourself. Let the breath do the work it wants to do. You feel it moving through you. Okay. Okay. Good. Take 1 more breath in, breathe out, and then come back up to your hands and your knees. We're going to come into squat. So I'm just going to tuck the little toes under, walk the hands back. You guys all know this. We lift the knees up, and then we'll just open the hips at the same time as we're opening our feet. So you just take 1 knee out to the side, let the foot turn, and then do the same with the other. Yes. Modify as you need. Let your feet move. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to balance and squat for a few moments. And if that's new to you or you're not in love with it or your heels lift up a lot, you can take a little blanket, put your heels on the blanket, and then that might help. You could even sit on a block or a bolster. But just being in this shape, this deep bend. So many cultures sit like this. All the time, and they're sitting outside chatting, having tea, rolling betel leaves, like whatever it is. And this is so good for our digestion. Catching baseball, for sure. I think that's probably the only time our society.
That's true, right?
Okay, take 1 more breath. Good. Okay, I'm just going to pop back up into forward fold. So the hands come down, the hips lift. Good. And I'm just going to walk the hands forward again, take that extended. And then just rock yourself front to back a few times. And then we're going to lift 1 hand up in the air. So we'll do that from coming forward. So you're forward. Hopefully your feet are on the floor. Your hands I'm on the pads of my fingers. And I'm just going to take the left arm and lift it up. And it doesn't need to go that high. You're just challenging yourself. But maybe it's going to go up to the sky. And then we'll release. And we'll do the same with the right arm. Good. Release 1 more time each side. So you could do this with your knees bent. If your knees are bent, you're going to be able to open the shoulder a little more. So you can try that. See, oh yeah. Good. Okay. And then we'll come back to sitting. So however that works for you, maybe just come down and we'll sit. We'll prepare to love our feet so good. So take something to sit on and then taking your socks and your oil or whatever you're using. Okay. Good. So starting on one foot. I feel like we've all done this so many times together, but I'll talk you through. I'm going to guide you. So whatever you're doing, rub the foot, put your oil on, or just keep it warm. And then you'll take the heel of the opposite hand to the heel of your foot. And we're just going to make some circles. With the heel of the hand, notice that probably feels good on the heel of your hand too. Good. Okay, then we're going to work the outer edge of the foot, and I'll do a little, crimping or pinching here. My other hand is just playing a supportive role. And then I'm going to start to work the toes. Spread the toes, work in between the toes. When I get to the big toe, I'll go back down, twisting every toe, breathing and smiling. And then I'll take the fingers and hold the top of the foot. The thumbs are going to come to the balls of the feet, those bones right underneath the toes, and I'll start to just paint lines. So I'm just moving the thumbs horizontally and also making little circles. And I'll use that same action all the way down the foot, through the center of the foot, the arch of the foot, smiling and breathing, and back to the heel. Okay, then we spend a little time on the arch. So I could use the thumb, but you could also make a little fist and just love your arch. This outer edge of your foot, many of you have heard me talk about how this mimics the arches of your spine. So, you're giving yourself a little back rub when you do this. Okay, and I just use the knuckles, just work that sole of the foot a little bit, center of the foot. And then I'll use both hands, just give it a little twist, the whole foot, and a little warming action. And I love you. Thank you for everything. Okay, and then we'll sock her up and move on to the second one. Okay, and then just loving up this foot. And I'll just let you be free, whatever works. If you want to follow what we did on the other foot, that's great. And if you feel called to do something else, that's fine. Just pay attention to this foot. We'll love it. Pay attention to all parts of the foot. The parts that are a little rough, the parts that take the weight and balance you, and the parts that provide the air pockets. The arch of the foot is that's what it's meant to do. Just to pocket air so that when we jump off tall buildings, if we so choose, except it would have been like taller hills. But we don't do that, so we'll just love it up and appreciate the great mechanics of the foot. Okay, so I'm just moving to the end. I'm just twisting, massaging this entire foot in great gratitude and love. Beautiful little foot. And we'll cap it up. Okay. And then just before we come to lie down or sit down, we'll just do a few little neck and shoulder stuff. So just as you are, just once you get here, you just start rolling your shoulders in one direction. Just dropping into your breath, listening to the sounds. And then you'll start to roll in the opposite direction. If you're just kind of getting situated, take your time. Good. Okay, I'm just going to move them independent of themselves. So one at a time. And then take them back. So you can move forward, back. Good. Okay. And then sitting comfortably, we'll keep the right hand on your thigh. Take the left hand up and over. Hold the right ear and gently drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Now take that right hand and just extend it out to the side a little bit, and then you can flip the wrist, push the hand away as you gently apply like such gentle pressure on the head. Drop that left shoulder, drop your jaw, breathe. And if you don't feel anything, just maybe turn your chin down a little bit or up. Just find that place for yourself. Take 3 more breaths and let every exhale really melt the shoulders down. In. Okay, to come out. Right hand comes back to right thigh. Left hand comes to left side of head. And then we inhale and use the hand to lift the head. Pause here. Okay, on your next exhalation, turn the head all the way to the left. Inhale. And exhale, turn your head all the way to the right. Good. Come back to your center. Good. Keep the left hand where it is. Bring the right hand up and over to rest on the left ear or left side of your head, and gently drop the head towards the right. Now take your left arm out to the side, flip the palm, push the arm away. Drop your jaw. Release the shoulders. Close your eyes if you like. And then again, if you're not feeling anything, then just turn your head a little bit, maybe chin towards that right shoulder a little bit more. Or maybe you need to lift it, right? Everybody's different. Okay, 2 more breaths. Drop the shoulders. And then taking that left hand to your left thigh, right hand comes to the right side of the head, and then inhale, lift your head up. Release both hands to your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, turn your head all the way to the right. Inhale. Turn your head all the way to the left. Then come to your center. Good. Let's just roll the wrists around a little bit, the fingers a little bit. Good. Okay. So I'm just going to cross the fingers and give them a little twist. I've been loving this, so just kind of comes in, then switch. The interlace, give them a little twist. And with that oil on your hands, if you still have that, you might feel pretty good. Okay, friends. So from here, we're going to either lie down if you'd like to move into a very nice Shavasana, then go ahead and do that. And I will guide you through this meditation. It's going to be a gratitude meditation. So get ready. Okay. So however you'd like to do this, and know that if you decide to start sitting and you're like, oh, I wish I was lying down, it's no big deal. You just make it what you need. Okay, I'm going to sit in virasana with my bolster. Slide that. And then here we are. Okay, if there's anything you need, you want to wrap a shawl around you, or I always say sometimes it's nice to wear a hat, just to keep the head, the energy contained, and then you could even take that hat and cover your eyes if you like. So I don't have one here, and it would look weird. But you're at home and you could do this, and it would be lovely. So whatever you choose to do. Okay, if you're lying on your back, then just taking a few moments, receive. Notice how you placed your hands. Let them be relaxed. And if you're sitting in your meditation, lovely. And just preparing your posture so you feel, the crown of the head is balanced right over the perineum, the center of you, and your ears are over your shoulders. Your jaw is soft, and your hands are resting in some way. However you've chosen to set yourself up, let's release into this shape. Okay, so we are going to embark on a gratitude meditation today. So we will start just as we open this practice, whether you're lying down or sitting. Just bring your palms together. Your eyes can stay closed. Start to gently rub the palms together. And it might be a lot slower, not as vigorous. Feel your breath and your presence. Good. So we're going to start by taking these palms now and placing them over your eyes. If you're wearing glasses or you put your hat on, you just pull it up. And then place these palms, seal your eye sockets. Let the fingers drape over the forehead, crown of the head. And allow your eyes to rest in the dark, to receive the heat from your hands. And to feel that the darkness is safe, comforting, is quiet. And then we'll release these hands very slowly. Just take them away from your face and you can bring them down. I'm just going to rest mine in my lap. You can put your hands wherever feels good, naturally want to go. And then start to feel the effects of that moment. So next thing we're going to do is bring the hands back, give them a little bit of friction, just slide them one over the other, palm to palm, fingers to fingers. And then we'll bring the hands together as they are in Anjali Mudra. So pressing together, you're going to bring them right up to your third eye. Feel the thumbs along the center of your forehead and let the fingers kind of slide over the thumbs. So the thumbs move in between your hands a little bit. And you start to feel your index finger edges resting on the forehead as well. So you feel the thumbs there, maybe the fingers there. You bow your chin if you're seated. Take one more breath. And then slowly again, release the hands and just bring them down to a comfortable place. And, okay. So now bring your hands up again. Start to find that little bit of friction. And we're going to place one hand is going to go right at the base of your throat. So you might even hold the throat or you might just rest your fingers there. And the other hand is going to go onto your solar plexus, so just below the ridge with the ribs joint. Just take a few quiet breaths here. Receive this supportive energy. This reminder that you are held and supported. And we'll take that hand at the throat and bring it down now to rest on the low belly. And then the hand at the solar plexus will just rest over top of the hand on the belly. And dropping into your breaths here. Just connecting the third eye all the way down. And then again, just bringing your hands, if you like them there, keep them there. Otherwise, bring them into rest mode, whatever that is for you. And settle into this body and into your breath. And this is time for simple, quiet gratitude. And we're going to start so simply with just filling yourself with gratitude for the whatever's supporting you right now, for the floor, for your props, for your yoga mat, for this space that you are resting in. You don't need to think any words. Just fill yourself with gratitude for this space, for the support of the floor, of the earth, for anything else that is supporting you in this place right now as you rest. Just breathe in and out simple gratitude. Don't take this for granted. And as you release deeply into wherever you are, however you are, you'll feel that that supportive presence that's holding you is grounding you. And by it holding you here, you have the luxury of time and space to simply be with the flow of your breath. Just taking time for simple gratitude as you feel the flow of your breath, the expansion of the breath within, and the release of the breath without. Imagine that breath filling you right from the crown of your head all the way to the soles of your feet. And releasing breath from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Allowing this image to invite you to feel the entire body being breathed. The entire body from the tips of your fingers, the tips of your nose, the tip of your head, and the tips of your toes. Receiving this fresh fullness of breath. Your prana of your life force. And fill yourself with simple, quiet gratitude for this breath. Beginning to take your attention to feeling the body moving with the breath, to feel the oscillations in the shoulders, the heart, maybe the belly, back of the ribs. You even feel it in your legs, in your glutes, the body moving with the breath. Just tuning in, focusing on the movement of your body. Fill yourself with gratitude for this body as it is, this gift of embodiment, this gift of healthy body at this moment. And also understanding there's no guarantees. And filling yourself with gratitude for this moment and this body. Soften your third eye. Smile if that helps. And feel yourself filling up with gratitude. As you feel yourself fill, and you might even feel this gratitude spilling out from you into the space surrounding you. Maybe it has a color. And you feel yourself held and supported by your own gratefulness, that energy of gratitude. As you fill the space around you and inside of you, now you may choose to invite in the people in your life you're grateful for. It could be any of your teachers, still walking on this earth or not. Your grandparents, anyone who's had a part in guiding you, your parents, your children, people you work with, a loved teacher, friends that maybe you don't keep in touch with or you don't get to see, live far away, or you've just lost touch, but you love them. And you just call them in very simply. Imagine they're coming and they're just sitting around you. And you feel their gratitude at being called. And your gratitude for these people in your life, let it now overflow and surround them. Fill them up as well. Feeling into their good energy, their love and joy at just being here with you. Anything else you'd like to feel here or take pause and invite in? Anything in your life that you feel very grateful to have right now, understanding the impermanence in all things, just feeling the gratitude for what is right now. For the next few minutes, just stop talking and just be in your presence. Be soft. Fill yourself with all that you love, all that you feel gratitude for at this moment, and rest into that. If you're in any other position and you'd like to switch now to just lying down or come up to sitting if you've been lying, or even legs up the wall, whatever you like, then now would be the time. Otherwise, stay as you are. Bring your awareness back to your rest. And perhaps you can even just let all of that go. And keep your loved ones close. A feeling of happiness, of gratitude, of love. And rest into all that you have cultivated and invited in. softness and conscious, compassionate rest. I'm going to bring your awareness back to your breath. Just allowing that breath to melt you more deeply into your support, into your own presence for these few moments. If you're seated, you'll start to bow your chin. And if you're lying down and you wish to join us to close this class, then you'll start to make your little movements and find your way onto your side and then to seated. And those of us who are still sitting with your chin bowed, bring your hands together in front of your heart, and we'll just pause here in a few moments of reverence. We give our friends a few moments to join us. Okay, nice. Take a full breath in. Breathe out. Seal this practice with one Om. Inhale. And bow your chin. And take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Hold that breath. Just imagine you can beam all your loving gratitude right into your hands. Beam it there. Good. And then inhale, lift your chin, open your eyes, offer all of this loving gratitude to yourself, to your loved ones, and to each other. Yes, thank you guys. Have a beautiful night. Namaste, friends. Namaste.